In the spirit of ready, fire, aim, in not overthinking things, I think part of this is that a lot of people overthink stuff and then never get it done.
Mm-hmm.
So I think if we wrote, two marketers and a co-working podcast, we can go with that. Now, it's funny.
Okay.
I was joking with you about the naming your company, the search phrase that someone might have for something like that. There was a very popular period of time where people would name their company, have a domain as the search queries and get that benefit. Yeah. So we're doing another strategic element in this podcast with the number 2 at the very front of it. And I learned this from another podcast called the Two Bobs podcast. And what it means is that because if your podcast starts with the number 2, it's going to sit at the very top of people's podcast players.
Like and when people used to name their company like A and B something.
Yeah. Fleming Services.
Like in Vancouver, there's a lot of A and B landscaping or AAA best landscaping. I would see a lot.
Totally. So we're going to play, we're bringing it old school. I think a lot of marketing, we think of as digital marketing and modern and cutting edge. And yet sometimes you just got to go back to the old hacky ways of doing things.
Tried and true.
Yeah.
Just because there's new stuff you can do doesn't mean the old stuff doesn't still work.
That's right. Well, there's the tip for you right there.
Sometimes you don't have to go complicated. Sometimes simple.
I agree.
Works just as well. Yeah. I like that. Two marketers and a co-working podcast.
I like it. Okay. We're running with it. Grow working is off the table.